I am moving to Canada and staying in Istanbul, Turkey for 2 days. On day 1, we explored Arnavutköy, where our hotel is. In part 1, I showed you guys how a small neighborhood looks like. And on the second day, we booked a taxi and headed to the main city area called Sultanahmet, which was an hour drive away from our hotel. Sultanahmet is the historical district of Istanbul, which is the most popular place in the city, where the main attractions are concentrated, representing a magnificent ensemble. The name of the district and the square Sultanahmet comes from the Sultanahmet Mosque of the same name, better known as the Blue Mosque, which was erected by order of Sultanahmet I. You will find these vendors selling corn or another warm snacks which people really love to have in this cold weather. This is simit, which is a sesame-crusted circular bread from Turkey, also known as Turkish bagel. This crusty bread is probably the most common bread in Turkey. It's usually served for breakfast and it always has a ring shape. After walking and exploring, we were so cold and hungry because our hotel did not provide us any breakfast and it was first Ramadan and we were not fasting because of the travel. So we had this Turkish coffee, which was a cappuccino, and I really liked it. This was a really yummy chicken nugget sandwich which we had as a breakfast. I wish we had ordered one more sandwich because this was one of the best and few things that we really liked in Istanbul. After seeing some more spots in Sultanahmet, we went to this place recommended by Rana Hamza Saif, the YouTuber. The restaurant name is called Sultanahmet Köftesi. It's a really famous restaurant in Istanbul and I love the decor of this place. The decor is filled with the history of Turkey and Istanbul. Even though they didn't have the menu for breakfast, but we still tried their food and I'm so glad we did that because this was the best food we had in Istanbul. They were perfectly flavored with spices and the bread was free. And never in my whole life I've had fries like this before. The fries were even better than McDonald's fries. We ordered these fries again while going to the next spot. After breakfast, we headed straight towards the two most famous mosques in Istanbul, Hagia Sophia Mosque and the Blue Mosque. There is no fee for entering the Hagia Sophia Mosque, but we had to wait in line for about 30 minutes because it was namaz time and everyone wanted to pray together. The best thing I love about this mosque was that they made it mandatory for every woman to wear headscarf, whether they're Muslim or non-Muslim. I love how all non-Muslims respected our religion. I was totally mind blown by seeing the architecture of this mosque. It felt like I've transported to somewhere else. Every second in this mosque was peaceful. The experience was surreal when they were reciting Quran Kareem and I was seeing the names of Khalifa written on the walls.
Gözünü tutalım. Allah'ın rahmeti, mağfireti üzerimize olsun.
حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
The Hagia Sophia, which is also called Hagia Sophia in Turkish, was originally built as a basilica for the Greek Orthodox Christian Church. However, its function has changed several times in the centuries since, as now it works as a mosque. Just in front of Hagia Sophia, there was a souvenir shop, and we bought a tiny version of the mosque for $5. We had to bargain for it as it was originally for $10. As I'm a coffee lover, so I wanted to have a second cup of coffee. So we came to this fancy cafe/hotel and ordered hot chocolate and espresso. With the espresso, they also gave this tiny cookie which we really liked. The tombs of the sultans at Hagia Sophia are located in Istanbul, Turkey, in the historical complex of the Hagia Sophia Mosque and Museum. There are 5 sultan tombs in the Hagia Sophia complex, belonging to the Ottoman sultans and their family members. The interiors of the tombs are lavishly decorated with floral and geometric motifs, as well as Quranic verses in calligraphy. Can you say this again? Can you say this again?
Pakistan, Jive Turkey.
Yes.
Pakistani brother, you very welcome.
Thank you. This Turkish man came to us to offer cruise tickets to Bosphorus at a discounted price. He did so because he really liked Pakistanis and he was really respectful. Right in front of Hagia Sophia is the magnificent Blue Mosque. But unfortunately, we couldn't go inside as it was under construction, so we had to appreciate its beauty from the outside only. We bought the cruise tickets and headed towards it with a group. We are going to the Bosphorus cruise tour. Bosphorus Strait is a natural waterway dividing Asian and European sides of Istanbul, and it's the only passage between Black Sea and Sea of Marmara. The area around Bosphorus Bridge is considered one of the most beautiful areas in the world. You can find most of Istanbul city's famous monuments. This was a 2-hour trip and we saw all the tourist spots just while sitting in the cruise. And I think that it was worth the $10 that we spent on the cruise ticket. We were managed to explore almost all of Sultanahmet in just few hours, and now it was time to visit other spots. So we booked another taxi to go to Beyoğlu, where the other areas Taksim and Istiklal are located. No matter which area we went to, we saw a beautiful mosque. No mosque looked ordinary. The Turkish architecture impressed me wherever I went to. For lunch, I again went to a restaurant recommended by Rana Hamza Saif. This is also a really popular in Taksim, and we came here to try Turkish doner and burgers. This is a Turkish white cheeseburger, which was really different from a normal cheeseburger because it wasn't dry. We also tried the chicken doner, which we did not really like that much because it was really dry and it did not have any flavor at all. After having not so tasty Turkish food for 2 days, we were really craving Pakistani food even though we had it just few days back. We found this Pakistani restaurant called Karachi Darbar Pakistani Restaurant and could not stop ourselves from trying their food. It was iftar time and everyone was waiting to break their fast. We ordered chicken biryani and chai. Both were good and I was so happy to eat good food after 2 days. It was finally hitting us that no food can compete with Pakistani food, especially the food in Karachi is top tier, and I will always miss the Karachi biryani. But this biryani was also good considering that it was made in Istanbul where the food is not that spicy and flavorful. I was filming the restaurant and the man said in Turkish that he is handsome and that I should film him instead of the restaurant. Lol. I actually had it translated from my friend. Taksim looks really pretty at night and we walked and explored the area after having some good food and also digested our food by walking.
Welcome to Istanbul.
Thank you.
Try. You can try. Do. Maşallah, maşallah.
If you're in Turkey, you have to try Hafiz Mustafa's sweet. So we went there after dinner to try some kunafa and baklava. We ordered this pistachio baklava with ice cream and also the kunafa. Both were perfectly sweet, not too much and not too less. And it was my first time liking something with pista because I normally don't really like it that much. I really like the Turkish tea, so I ordered it here too. But I mistakenly put this block in the tea, thinking that it was sugar, but the server was really kind enough to tell me that it's something that you put in your mouth after having a sip of tea. So after that, he just came back with a new tea and he was just really nice.
Alaikum salam. How are you? Thank you very much, my friend. Vanilla, chocolate, blackberry, pistachio. Hay maşallah. Allah Allah. Buyur kanka. Maşallah. Allah. 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 Bir kutu al ben, geri kalanın üstüne koydum, poşetin üstüne attım.
Thank you very much.
Of course, we couldn't leave Istanbul without being pranked by the ice cream man. It was so much fun, but the ice cream did not really taste that good and it was pretty expensive too. One of my favorite spots in Istanbul was the Istiklal street. We couldn't stay here for long because we had to reach our hotel early to pack for our flight the next morning. Finally, the last stop in our itinerary was the Galata Tower. We just had only 10 minutes to stay there because our taxi driver was waiting for us, but we enjoyed it a lot. I still can't believe that we explored almost every tourist spot in Istanbul in less than 12 hours, and we had a really great time. I already want to go back there again because I left a piece of my heart in Turkey. In the next vlog, you will see my journey from Turkey to Canada, so stay tuned for that and thank you for watching till here.